Project 42 is the name of the challenge that I've decided to embark on from today. It's a 6-week mental and physical challenge, but I'm going to call it a lifestyle challenge. I feel like over the last few months, life is good, training's going well, nutrition, recovery, business, they're all going well, but none of them are thriving right now. And I feel like it's possible to get into a state of complacency when everything's okay, nothing needs a drastic change, nothing's a shambles, but you also know there is so much more that you're not tapping into in all areas of life. And that is why I'm setting that little challenge for myself starting from today. So I'm going to run you through the rules of the program in a moment and the importance of each one. But something I want to emphasize before that is that one of the most rare, but also the most powerful personality traits is consistency. Whatever the goal in life is, you know, I know, 10 times out of 10, good things take time. And if we can become that sort of person in one area of life, 100% it ripples out into everything that we do. And I've had periods of my life in business, in fitness, in relationships, when things have gone fantastically. And I can also say I've had times when they've all gone terribly. And every single time things are going well, there's a level of consistency that I've upheld for weeks or months or years prior to me realizing things are going really well. And it's important to understand that what we have right now is a lagging effect of what we've been doing for the last weeks, months or years. So take that as you will, but if you feel right now that you're not in the best place in life and there's more potential untapped, embark on this challenge with me or implement some changes from it, follow through on them, and try and focus on being consistent rather than being perfect. These rules are put in place to give you structure and to give you a system and a framework to follow. They're not there to be the most rigid rules because that is the quickest way to go hard when you're motivated and then to fall off. But having protocols and principles is a way that we can maintain our consistency, see and feel the progression well after the challenge finishes rather than reverting back due to it being too rigid just for the sake of it. So rule number 1 of Project 42 is a daily physical win. You must have a physical win with intention every single day, 7 days a week. That could be in the gym, it could be a workout, it could be running, cycling, mobility, yoga, completely up to you. It can be social sport, but you must have a daily physical win of at least 45 minutes. For me, that's going to be primarily in the gym and running and some mobility and yoga sprinkled in there as well at points through the 6 weeks, but the focus will be the gym and running. Rule number 2 is reading. Every single day, we're going to set a nice, easy number of 10 pages. On some days, you might sit down and read 2 or 3 chapters, but 10 pages a day is absolute minimum. And try and pick a book that's going to help you grow in an area of life that you want to grow in. For example, could be business, could be relationships, could be finances, could be mindset, could be health and fitness. Pick a book, keep it somewhere you'll see each day. And my top tip from previous experiences with challenges like this is do it as early on in the day as you can, because lying down in bed or sitting in bed and reading 10 pages with the lights dim, it's hard and you might start to fall asleep real quickly. So try and either maybe read on your commute, that could be a Kindle or a physical book. No audiobooks allowed here for this challenge. Maybe do it in the morning with your coffee, maybe do it on your lunch break, but try not to leave it to the evening because then there's more chance that you'll miss it. And if you do miss a day, of course, you must restart at day 1. So we've got a mental win and we've got a reading win each day. Rule number 3 is going to be a spiritual win. Spiritual can be whatever you feel it needs to be. For me, it's going to be meditation and breath work. For you, it's anything that gives you a level of stillness between your own ears. It could be prayer, it could be breath work, any form of introspection. Because in 2025, or whenever you're watching this, there is so much noise in our life. There are so many things that are pulling us left, pulling us right. Sometimes it can be hard to remember what's really important to us. And when we have stillness and we create space between our ears and we create space in our lives away from technology, away from external inputs, away from external impulses, certain questions that we've been asking for a long time without realizing, the answers become pretty clear. And we start to have realizations, we have light bulb moments, and we can have some more clarity around what's actually important to us. So I used to hear the word spiritual and think it was someone sitting down cross-legged with crystals around them, meditating with their eyes closed, complete calmness. Spirituality is whatever you need it to be. It can be prayer, it can be religion, it can be introspection, it can be stillness, it can be solitude, but creating time each day could be 1 minute, could be half an hour, where you can have a spiritual win for yourself. This will give you absolute clarity over the next 6 weeks around the areas of your life that you really need to change long term, and potentially which things you're focusing on right now day to day that aren't actually serving you. This can be a tempting one to think you need to skip because maybe you think I'm not spiritual, I'm not religious, but it's not about religion. It's about being in touch with yourself and just going one level deeper than we do in day-to-day conversation and day-to-day life. So we've got a physical win, we've got a mental win through reading, and we've got a spiritual win. The fourth rule is a diet of your choice. So rather than me giving you an exact diet protocol to follow, you're going to pick a diet that you think is going to serve you best. That could be, for example, cutting out all processed foods. Ideally it is. It could be vegan, it could be vegetarian, it could be a carnivore diet. That's not my vibe at all, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. Pick a diet of your choice and stick to it. We should be cutting out alcohol if at all possible. If not, massively reduce it. We should be focusing on whole foods, putting good nutrients into the body, and ensuring that we're giving our body the fuel that it needs, the rocket fuel, the jet fuel, to thrive inside the gym, in life, in mind, and everything else in between. So pick a diet of your choice, stick to it, write it down. What is it? Get clear on what it actually is, so there's no ambiguity around the 6 weeks. And that is rule number 4. Rule number 5 is putting pen to paper every single day. Most of us will know this as journaling. Journaling sounds daunting, it sounds scary, it sounds a bit woo-woo. Putting pen to paper is one of the most powerful things you can do to get your thoughts out of your head and into the world. Honestly, I can tell you hand on my heart that journaling has given me such powerful insights over the last probably 8 or 9 years of my life. I haven't done it religiously, haven't done it detailed or daily or with any structure, but I use prompts. It gets my thoughts from my head into the world, and it gives me clarity around the things that keep coming up again and again. Because if you journal each day and you realize the same themes are coming up 1, 2, 3, 4 days a week, it shows you which areas of your life need attention. And our brain is very clever at hiding things that seem daunting, pushing things down to the bottom of the list that are going to be challenging, that are going to be hard to confront. When you're writing them down and you read them back, you realize pretty quickly which areas need support from you to change long term, which areas need attention, and which patterns you're potentially feeding without realizing day to day, just by repetitive thoughts and repetitive patterns. So journaling, non-negotiable. If you would like some prompts for journaling, leave a comment down below and I'll send you them. It's a much easier way, in my personal opinion, much more beneficial way of journaling, rather than just sitting down and writing random stuff. However, you might have your preference, but if you want the prompts, let me know. And the final rule is hydration. Multiply your body weight in kilos by 40. So if you are 80 kilos, 80 times 40, that is how many milliliters you must drink of water every single day. If you take electrolytes, I hope you do, put them in with your water. But either way, your body weight in kilos times 40, rather than me giving you an arbitrary number like a gallon or 3 liters or 4 liters, multiply your body weight in kilos by 40, and that is how many milliliters of water you must drink every single day. We all know how it feels to be dehydrated. We get irritable, we can't think, we can't focus, our performance physically and mentally drops massively. And having this accountability goal there to consume that much water every single day, not only will you feel more full, so you're not gonna have as many cravings, but you're giving your body and your mind what it needs to thrive. Good nutrition, good hydration, and everything else in between. So those are the rules. I am gonna add one more rule on for myself, and that's gonna be posting a piece of content on Instagram every single day. I've done this on and off for years, but I haven't ever tracked it daily for 6 weeks. And I'm sure in the past I've been consistent, but I have definitely missed days. I'm gonna be posting a video, so a reel on Instagram every single day for the next 6 weeks. If you're into content, or you're not, but you're thinking about getting involved in content, maybe you can embark on this too. Or as a 7th rule, you can choose something else that you know is gonna benefit your personal progression in career, in life, in business, in an area that I haven't yet talked about. That 7th rule is a free rule. You can leave it out if there's nothing there that you need to add, but if you want to add one more in and you're like, you know what, that would be great for me to be accountable to, add it in, add it to the list. Let's go.